We received a call for a structure fire at about 11:30 in the evening. We responded with our task force 50, Engine 44, and Engine 55, and Battalion 2. When we got on scene of the Salvation Army Thrift Store, we found a large two-story commercial structure with fire showing from windows in the rear. My job as the task force commander was to control and implement a strategy that would allow my engine company to go into the structure. Once we get inside, obviously, the engine company can make their aggressive attack to the seat of the fire and put water on the fire. While my truck company is doing forcible entry, they're also throwing ladders to the structure so that we can get to the roof and accomplish our task, which was ventilation. In the beginning, I felt that the fire was being confined to the rear portion of the structure, but little did I know that the fire had weakened the main structure.
Firefighters working outside of the building were unaware of the growing danger facing the men inside the structure.
Once I knew that the roof was starting to collapse, I knew it was inevitable that we had to get off the roof as quickly as possible. We made a scream to get off the roof, and at that, we all turned and made haste to our parapet wall, which was the closest exit for us. I literally leaped through the smoke to where I hopefully thought the parapet was. As we came down the ladder, I heard someone screaming, "Someone's got to be dead, someone's dead." The fire had gotten to the confined spaces of the attic and burned the arch truss so badly that it pulled away from the wall, and then eventually was like a domino effect.
There was a backdraft inside the building, which is an explosion, if you will, of the combustible gases, carbon monoxide, that was built up inside the building. And it flashed over, causing maybe some structural failure inside, and I believe it drove the ceiling down on the second floor or wherever they were at inside there, trapping 2 companies of firefighters.
With the collapse of the building, what had started out as a routine fire now became a race to save the lives of 8 firefighters trapped inside a deadly inferno.
They were seen through a window that had bars. One of our officers in the back saw that right off the bat, got a rotary saw, had those windows cut, and they effected that rescue of those firefighters out of that window, basically with fire leaping right at their back. And that's where the burns, minor burns, if you will, came to those firefighters.
It just felt like an earthquake. The whole building shook, and the roof just came in. And after that, we started trying to find a way out, and we couldn't go back the way we came in because the roof had come down, and so there was no more access that way. So we started looking to the window, but the window was barred. We were yelling down, we were flashing our lights through the bars, trying to get someone's attention. We're hollering and screaming at the guys, and because the fire had come down, it just burned our line. And we ran out of water, it's hot in there, we can't get out. I didn't think we were gonna get out at all.
Once we got the fire out, we were able to go into heavy streams to put a large amount of water on the fire. And within an hour to hour 15 minutes, the fire was knocked down. All survived. Apparatus operator Morgan was the most serious injured with 2nd and 3rd degree burns to his ears. In all, I believe 7 firemen were transported with burns, lacerations, and potential neck injury from the building collapse.
Yeah, move your right arm in.
Firefighters are role models in the community. I think that they are looked up to by all portions of the community, from the smallest child to the elderly, as people in the community that you can ultimately trust with your life.